Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's turn up, man. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Wagwan YouTube is your brother Bolo Vienna. We in this space again. Well, Dr. Desmond Mckenzie and Andrew Holness get exposed by Atta for the press and all the vloggers on the internet about the social housing program. What say you, ladies and gentlemen? What say you? Um, Pastor Shuttleworth has Clapback. There has been some news on the internet about Pastor Shuttleworth. And yes, he has Clapback. I was waiting on the Clapback before I mentioned this thing, because you see, um, I know I wouldn't say I know, but my intuition tells me that when you start to clap back at certain things and certain people that have certain influences with the government, and you are clapping at the government, my intuition tells me that I should stay still and, watch. Be watchful. So, that's exactly what I did. I heard the story. I heard people had some things to say about the pastor. I stand with the pastor. I'll tell you that right now. I stand firmly with the pastor with no apology. I don't have any. There's nothing in my spirit that tells me, oh, the pastor is not a man of God and, he's a fake and all that. No, 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 no. Not for me. Not for me. I'm saying that publicly. Not for me. I don't get that. You understand? I don't get that at all. However, if it is proven that that is the case, I'll be the first to come out and say, oh yeah, um, you know, that's the situation, right? But a allegation, a lawsuit, whatever the case might be, let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. And it was 2 days ago. Yes, here we go. The Gleaner. So I found the article. Oh, it's not the article. It's a. Oh Lord. I found the article. Did I? So them send me to one link. Say Gleaner not going good. Ladies and gentlemen, the Gleaner is not going in good here. Let me see if we can find the article real quick. Remember to like and share the video coming through the door, ladies and gentlemen, of course. Yes, yes. But this does not, this article is not, okay, it's just a picture. Alright, cool, 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 cool. I'm gonna work with it. There's not a real story here. It's just a picture and that's it. I can't see the chat right now, so forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, alright? Can't see the chat right now, okay? So forgive me. Please forgive me. I'm going to go to the Facebook post because the Facebook posts have more on it than even the something. Right, cool. Alright, we have some people in the place. What's going on, good people? Sassy81, what's how you doing, love? Salute to you. So the government is clapping back and the pastor is clapping back. Hey man, it's a clapback season. Like I said, as you come through the door, please hit the like button. It's your brother Bolo Vienna. We in this space again. Smash that like button. Smash that like button as you come through the door. Pastor Shuttleworth recently came in the news, and it wasn't delightful at all. And a lot of people, condemned the pastor because, hey, he spoke about spice and people like spice. Although, in my opinion, what the pastor was saying is righteous, and I still stand on my position with Spice being on a tour. If it was my kid, hell no. Tell you that right now. But anyway, let's move on just to give you some backdrop as to why the internet is against Pastor Shuttleworth. The other thing, most people anyway, the other thing is this. Um, he also speaks out against the government. Yes, he does. Regularly. If people actually listen to this program, he does. So here we go. A legal dispute is brewing between Firebrand pastor Jeffrey Shuttleworth and the Jamaica Baptist Union. Again, the church, the clergyman. All right? After clergyman signaled his intent to register the Tarrant Baptist Church property in St. Andrew under his name. Last month, these are all allegations, guys. Last month, Shuttleworth consented to a court order suspending his application process with the National Land Agency until the lawsuit filed by JBU against him is resolved. So, you heard what that said. He suspended the application until the lawsuit is resolved. It says, and you see the cleanup, Baptist land fight, Pastor Shuttleworth, JBU tussling for $50 million Tarrant church property. Alright? And we know, if you know anything about church properties, this is just for context, ladies and gentlemen. Usually church properties all around the world are on the best pieces of land. Alright? Just keep that in mind. I just feel like that is going to be a very important factor in all of this moving forward. Cool? Alright, so let's hear what Pastor Shuttleworth had to say. We have Jerry Sadler in the building. Big up yourself. Amazing Grace. What's going on? Good to see you guys. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Let's go. Let's hear what Pastor Shuttleworth has to say.
As you know, we do have persons out, members of the Remnant Army on assignment as we speak. And last time, that's on Friday, I was physically there along with other members of the Conversations team. But due to certain exigencies, we have, led by the Spirit of the Lord, decided to do Conversations in the original modality. It does not mean, though, from time to time that we will not be coming from different locations, especially in this season, as God continues to do his bidding as the Holy Spirit manifests in different ways. Remember the roller coaster, topsy-turvy, and now the contrary wind continues to blow. So there are a number of different suddenlies and all, and we need to remain prayerful in this season. It is key, friends. Be prayerful. Very important. Having said that, today is Monday, the 10th of February, 2025, the 12th of Shivat, 5785. I greet all of you who are listening free to air. And interestingly, persons who are joining us for the first time. For the first time, this might be your first time listening Conversations. And I greet you especially, right? First timers. And I pray that the experience will be an enriching, enthralling one for you. Those who are listening via Flow Channel 831, bless you. Yes. And those listening via the various modalities, we bless the Lord and we look forward to see what he will be doing in this episode. We may connect with members on location, off-site, as they pursue that very important assignment, the peaceful, purposeful, persistent prayer protest, which has become necessary. Of course, it started on Friday because the nation has lost her moral compass, and also the church has fallen asleep. We see this being demonstrated in the lukewarmness of the church, consistent with the church at Laodicea. The Lord has instructed us to once again go to the front line, to be salt and light, to sensitize, to encourage, to pray, to decree and declare, to seed the atmosphere with our prayers, with the word of God, with the presence of God in and through us. Salt is of no use if it is kept in the sachet, in the cupboard. I repeat, salt is of no use if it is kept in the sachet, in the cupboard. In order for it to have impact, it must be not only removed from the cupboard, but also from the sachet or the package. Light is of no use if it is under a bushel, right? Or a shade, an opaque shade is placed over it, or it's turned off. It is of no use. And so, by our being encouraged by the Lord to go out, especially to that strategic altar, Emancipation Park is strategic for many reasons. Not only strategic in the Kingston metropolitan region, but in the nation of Jamaica. That is why the heroes and the heroine, their portraits are there. They are altars with serious symbolism. And then there are other altars that are there to represent the nation, represents also the history of the struggle, and also the victory which came through the struggle. Well, we're also involved in a major struggle. The struggle is for the heart and the soul of the nation. The struggle is between the force of good and evil, for evil to dominate the nation of Jamaica. The enemy has been strategic over the years and has infiltrated all 7 pillars, so that the leaders and leadership of these pillars have become compromised. Compromised by virtue of partnerships, agreements, contracts that they have entered into in all 7 pillars. And as such, they have lost their voice to speak. Thus saith the Lord. They will speak, but they will speak in a politically correct way, in a diplomatic way, ensuring that no feathers are ruffled. Speak in a way that does not represent God.
It's like what Pastor Chambers said. The church has sold out. Andronis has bought out the church. The government has bought out the church. Splash Digi, how you doing? They have been bought out. There's only a few pastors and prophets really speaking out against the church. The same church that a lot of people condemned on behalf of Spice when they were making their argument. The church is this, the church is that. You understand? He also chastises the church. Pastor Shuttleworth, all the time I've been listening to him, always. He's been consistent in saying this very same thing that he's actually saying now. But let's continue.
That is exactly what Satan wants. We're going to be looking at. Sadly, the church also is caught up in sin. And if you notice the silence, deafening silence of the church on many of the major issues, and where they are not silent, they are working in concert with the emissaries of Satan, covertly and overtly in some instances. We are going to also be looking at that. Now, as I've mentioned all of that in my preamble, the issue pertaining to me, that once again, coming out of my remarks, strident remarks, the school issue and the artist, particular artist, being given permission to tour the school. I spoke against it and I still take that position. It will not change until that which the Lord requires based on his word, right? Until that which he requires is met. The artist would not qualify to tour the schools. And where there are persons who live in ways that are contrary to the precepts and statutes of God, and it is known, it is ostentatious, especially because there are cases where it is not known. For example, the children don't know. God knows and will. There will be consequences, but they will get away. They will slip through the cracks. But once it becomes ostentatious for all to see, you have to ensure that the necessary guidelines are put in place that such persons do not get involved in mentoring and handling and influencing the young, impressionable minds, certainly our children or young people. So I stand by that. I will not change saying. So there are those who say, but Pastor, you are accused of stealing church land. It's very interesting. That is an accusation It's an accusation. There is an affidavit which was submitted. But what is the purpose of the affidavit? What is the story behind it? That's the question.
Did anybody try to find that out? Did anybody try to find out what is the purpose of the affidavit? Splash Gigi. Ariana, what's up? I wonder.
I will not in any way, shape, or form be getting into the details. Why?
He can't get into the details. It's a court case. Obviously.
Because the court.
Exactly.
Coming out of the court situation, the case will be tried and heard, and the truth will be manifestly evident for all to see. My duty is not to defend myself, re such accusation. The matter will be manifestly aerated in the court, and then the truth will come out, and the chips will fall where they may.
Where they may. See, and that's good, because hey, we want to know the truth, right? And whatever the truth is, hey, it is what it is. So I can't wait. Like I said, I hope it's not a court case that takes forever.
In the interim, what is required of us is that we be prayerful. And I'm now speaking to the household of faith. Be prayerful. The Lord has been teaching a number of things, right? Leading us to look at so many different issues, the contrary wind, topsy-turvy, roller coaster, and all of that, and what is required. We need to be discerning. Seek the Lord on the matter. Seek the Lord on the matter. Do not get carried away with public sentiments, utterances that many of them are unfounded. Be prayerful. There is more to that matter than meets the eye. I'm going to say it one more time. There is more to that matter than meets the eye.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but you have to read a person's countenance when they speak. Look at their body language. Do you see somebody in front of you speaking that is afraid that something is going to come out against him that is like what people are saying in the media? Do you think this man look like he afraid? This man look like he cannot wait for the court case. Novelet, how you doing? Stay strong, Pastor Shuttleworth. You heard my prayer. Hey, he said it the right way. Go and pray and fast and ask God for discernment. Forget about the noise. Forget about the media. That's what the media does. People don't like him because he spoke out against a woman they like. You know what? She can't do no wrong. She should do anything she wants to do, even if it goes against the will of God. So when the prophet speaks, the prophet is going to get chastised and crucified. It's been happening forever. All right? It is what it is.
Let us be prayerful. So my general response now is, Father, forgive them.
Because they know not what they do.
They know not what they do. I'm going to repeat. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they have done. And will not be distracted. The work of the Lord must continue and will continue. Is key. Do not be distracted. Prayerfully seek the Lord. For example, Lord, in your prayer, can't tell you exactly what to pray. Lord, what is happening here? Is that man really of you? Have you been speaking through him? Are you still using him? Show me, Lord. Is he of you? Show me, Lord. Show me also what's happening. Open my eyes. Sharpen my discernment. Help me also to know the truth. Help me not to be deceived, to get carried away in all of this. What exactly is happening? Open my eyes, Lord. Sharp my discernment so that I will be able to see what is happening and ensure that I am on the straight and narrow way. I pray, God, that as we pray in that regard, the Spirit of the Lord will flourish and manifest in ways like we have never seen before, to open our eyes. I would encourage you also to read Matthew 14, that incident with the contrary wind, because there is so much to learn from that experience. What happens when the contrary wind blows and becomes boisterous? What do? Do you run away? Do you allow fear to cripple you and to blind your eyes so that Jesus even manifests and you call him a ghost, or his voice he's speaking but you don't hear his voice? There is much to learn from that particular experience there in Matthew chapter 14 from verse 22 onwards. Very insightful. I encourage you to read it prayerfully. Read it. Don't jump to it. Here's the conclusions. Because during the contrary wind, as we have said long ago, weeks ago, and last week, the Lord would have introduced this subject of this contrary wind, that many persons err in terms of judgment, including leaders, and then they have to backtrack, they have to backpedal, they have to apologize. You don't want to be in that situation where you misjudge someone or come to wrong conclusions, which could be detrimental. Also, you do not want to come up against what God is doing. You always want to be in alignment with the will and purpose of the Lord, because in the final analysis, as Jesus came to do the will of the Father, we too are expected to do the will of the Father, empowered by God in Christ through his Holy Spirit. So having said that, you will not hear much from me to defend myself, because there's no need to defend myself. The Lord will defend me. He has defended me in the past. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, with my image being all over, being labeled an anti-vaxxer and all sorts of stuff. Well, look at what has happened. Similarly, it will play itself out. The truth will come. And until such time, let us be prayerful. Do not be distracted. Keep your focus. Be prayerful. Ensure that you're following the leading of the Holy Spirit. Be careful of the crowd also. It was the crowd that shouted, "Crucify him, crucify him." Many of them regretted afterwards. Yes, Jesus was crucified, but when he rose triumphantly, you saw what happened to Peter, for example. He cried his heart out, and many others regretted their error of judgment. But the word of the Lord had to be fulfilled, because Jesus was on assignment. He was born to die, so there's no way that he could have escaped it. But the word of prophecy was that he would not remain dead for long. For that 3 days, at the end of 3 days, he himself said it as well. The prophets said he would rise. This temple shall rise again. Let us understand what is at stake and what is at play. Be prayerful. Do not get caught up in media frenzy. Do not get caught up in media rhetoric. Always be praying to make sure you hear what God is saying and you discern what he's doing and you align with him. Not with a man, not with a woman, not with persons or anyone for that matter. You want to align with what God is doing. And as long as you can identify the voice of God, the presence of God, the leading of God in and through a person or persons or an institution, you are still on the right path until otherwise proved. So again, be sober, be watchful on prayer. Persons are wondering, are you angry? No, I am not angry. Oh, are you? No. Thanks be to God. I have peace. Because how could I fool myself in thinking that the kind of assignment that the Lord has given me to speak to the powers and to confront the powers, that they will not retaliate using any means necessary at their disposal and that God would allow.
Yes.
Hardy.
Let me play that back. Let me play that back. Let me play that back. All right. Listen, this is about common sense. I said this before. You cannot see the work that this man is doing and expect this entity, the JBU, that has aligned themselves with the Prime Minister and the government, right? We see what this government is all about. Let's not act like we don't know now, ladies and gentlemen. So be wise. Listen to what the man is saying.
The voice of God, the presence of God, the leading of God in and through a person or persons or an institution, you are still on the right path until otherwise. So again, be sober, be watchful on prayer. Persons are wondering, are you angry? No, I'm not angry. Oh, are you? No, no, no. Thanks be to God. I have peace. Because how could I fool myself in thinking that the kind of assignment that the Lord has given me to speak to the powers and to confront the powers, that they will not retaliate using any means at their disposal and that God would allow? It would be foolhardy. When the Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, that's very interesting. I don't necessarily want to touch it this morning, but that word wrestle is a very interesting word. In a wrestling match, both individuals, both who are involved in the tussle, must make contact with each other. And because contact is made, you will get blows. But there are provisions that are made in terms of the armor. I don't want to get into it because I suspect, if the Lord tarries by the grace of God, it's the assignment for Oasis, because I started last week. I don't know, but let's see. If the Lord tarries, I may have to be unpacking that. So I'm not sure that that's my assignment right now. But I want us to understand. So there are those of us that we're in this battle and it's intensifying, and we don't realize that it's a wrestling. It's not boxing. Because the truth be told, in some boxing matches, one opponent is never touched by the other. Yes, because of the agility, the dexterity of the other boxer. There's one of the styles known as southpaw, which is very difficult to counter. The southpaw, and a very good southpaw. Right? I don't necessarily have to call any names. I could, but that's fine, because we're not really going into sports, but I'm just using it as an analogy. And when you have a good southpaw boxer, right, especially fighting against another who is not a southpaw, you will find that that person will be able to easily deflect all punches and end up not even getting any hit to his or her body throughout the match, and defeats the opponent either through TKO, right, or unanimous and so on, split decision, whatever. So they don't really even have to lock hands as well because of how the southpaw operates. But in wrestling, you have to tussle with each other, because that's the nature of wrestling, and that's why it says we wrestle not. And there's no one who ever gets involved in a wrestling match. When you look on the meaning of the word, which I'm not going into right now, there's no one who gets involved in a wrestling match and does not come out with direct impact one way or the other. Direct impact, you can't avoid it. And the Bible says that our wrestle is not against flesh and blood, not our boxing, not our taekwondo or karate, but our wrestle. And that word, it is deliberate. So any of us think, especially in this season and onwards, that we are going to be engaged in this walk of life, and especially depending on the assignment that has been placed on our lives by God, that we're going to get through and not be involved in a wrestling of sorts. You're fooling yourself. There are different degrees and dimensions to which this will happen. Lastly, if any of us ever think, especially those of us who are born again believers, that we can escape persecution and prosecution. We'll say it one more time. If any of us, as born again believers in Christ, especially those of us on the front line, because some of us must be on the front line. Not all will be on the front line, but some of us must be on the front line. Those of us who are on the front line, if we ever think, all of us will be exposed, but especially those of us on the front line, if we ever think that we can go through this walk, this life, and escape persecution and prosecution. We're fooling ourselves. For persecution and prosecution is inevitable, unavoidable, inescapable. I say that one more time. Persecution and or prosecution is inevitable, unavoidable, and inescapable, especially for those of us on the front line. But as long as we are doing the bidding of the Lord, He will come through for us. And that should be the word of assurance. Therefore, we should not be fearful. We should be bold. And the boldness comes from God in Christ through His Holy Spirit. The Bible is clear. According to Proverbs 28, 1b, the righteous are as bold as a lion. So let us keep our focus. Don't be distracted. The truth on this matter and other matters as well will come to the fore. Just pray, be prayerful, it will come. And then you make your decisions as you pray the process. To God be the glory for the marvelous things He has done and continues to do. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. Now that's how a pastor and a prophet responds. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section on that, ladies and gentlemen. Woohoo! Boy, I'm excited. I'm excited for the next few months to see how it all unfolds. A lot of people's gonna be sorry. Trust me. They're gonna be sorry. Let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Alright. So the pastor clapped back. And guess who else clapped back? Ladies and gentlemen, we are at a crossroads with this particular situation. The social housing program. All right. First we got to go back and then we got to go forward for full context. So let's do this. Two things I want to do. Lord have mercy. No. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave the page. Lord have mercy. Let's do this. Let's go to the video that started it all. Let's go to the video that started it all, ladies and gentlemen. Lord have mercy. Floyd Shaw, what's up? Salute to everybody. Bam.
Not just a mischievous, but a malicious social media post, which would suggest that somehow this program is giving the houses and then taking them back. Despicable.
Jamaica people may come to address the labor rights them over Westmoreland this evening. In particular,
wrong thing my gone pan, man. If you did it doing some more. Oh. God have mercy. I want him to take it down. I doubt it. I doubt he took it down. I think I should have it here. We'll start over the reaction. It's right here. Yes. It's right here.
So
Alright. Start over the reaction. That one they gone. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the social housing program. You know, so Desmond Mckenzie Clapback. Yeah, man. But we want to give the full picture of this story. So we're going to start from the beginning. Alright? Let's go. Check this out. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen.
along Jamaica, we see the government handing over these homes to the poor and indigent. You mean to tell me that at the end of the day, these homes does not belong to the people? So all the land title them with them assign, I make the people them assign land title. You mean to tell me say it does not belong to them at the end of the day? Eh? So the whole program and the indigent housing program, all the ribbon Andrew are cut and I give out land title and I give out keys. Jamaica, me can't catch myself when I listen to this, Jamaica people.
The houses remains the property of the municipal corporation.
The houses remain the property of the municipal corporations. Listen.
So if someone dies, the municipality retains the right of the house and it is passed on to someone who is in need.
If someone dies, it's passed on to someone in need. The municipality take back the rights or has the rights, so they will control the house. All right?
There is no duplication of the services provided by the Ministry of Local Government.
You hear that, Jamaica? What kind of shit in a plate this me I hear this afternoon? So all the keys them where Andrew give out to the people them answer them own homes. You mean if tell me say they belong to them? So God forbid somebody drop out. No relative can get the house. The house have to return to the government. Mighty God of Daniel, Jamaica, me can't catch myself this afternoon. Them something here. No, some them not right. Me not get it. Somebody explain it to me. You know, hear Desmond Mckenzie say the houses them no belong to the people, it belong to the government. Mighty God. The man said the house no belongs to you, it belongs to the government. So in case somebody passed away, the house will return to the government and they go find another indigent person to put in the house. So basically, once again, the Jamaica Labour Party have deceived the people of this country and make them a sign away them land and a collect title and keys to house and make it seems like it belong to them. Mighty God!
Alright, so that was the video that came out and this was Andrew Holness' response.
And some of you may have seen, not just
Hold on there, what going on there?
I'm deeply disturbed by the
God.
Jamaica people no come here because
and some of you may have seen.
So why? I saw TikTok still. You can't zoom in.
And some of you may have seen not just a mischievous, but a malicious social media post, which would suggest that somehow this program is giving the houses and then taking them back.
Jamaica.
I'm deep.
People who just have to go work with the small screen because I don't really understand why I can't zoom in. Let's just hear the information.
And some of you may have seen not just a mischievous, but a malicious social media
like
post,
and share the video, people,
which would suggest that somehow this program is giving the houses and then taking them back. Despicable. And you know why it is despicable? Because it was specifically crafted to target a program that is delivering good. And some of you may have program that is delivering good benefit to the people of Jamaica. Why? They are trying to tear down this program for political gain. But you know what the real disgusting thing is? They are playing up on the ignorance of people. Because even people who we would usually ascribe intelligence to, people who are well-read, people who are educated but can't overcome their biases, would have seen this stupid social media post and without checking, without verifying, without applying even a tinge of skepticism, would have accepted it because it plays into their bias, looking for something to criticize.
Don't worry yourself, Andrew. We are going to do the research because we got all the information. Don't worry yourself.
When nothing is there. And so it plays upon ignorance. Ignorance.
First of all, Andrew, big up yourself, bro, God, and thanks for the free publicity, but there is nothing despicable or ignorant about the post. All was said was reiterating what your minister of local government said. The man say the houses them not belong to the people, and God forbid if somebody should pass away, that house will be given to somebody else less fortunate and in need. Nothing was added, nothing was subtracted.
Exactly.
But thanks to the free publicity, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, right? But what you have caused now, right, is for so many persons to see this clip that you post on your page, and now my DM is filled with threats thanks to you, Prime Minister of Jamaica. So I just come here to let Jamaica know, if anything should happen to Dre Bryan within the next 24 hours or beyond, the Jamaica Labour Party is responsible, and the Prime Minister of Jamaica is responsible. Because all I did was to reiterate what his Minister of Local Government had said. No lies told, nothing malicious. So thanks to you, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, if anything should happen to me within the next 24 hours, you is responsible, and your Jamaica Labour
You're responsible. Right? Oh Lordy, come on.
Party operatives are responsible. I have been getting...
Alright.
Jamaica people may come to address the labor right.
Pause right there, so. So, them responsible, ladies and gentlemen. I want to hear what the man say. I could hear this. I must can zoom in now.
Jamaica people may come to address the labor rights them over Westmoreland this evening. In particular, the councillor for the Cornwall Mountain Division, Miss Danet Foster Allen, likewise the MP George Wright, or should I say independent MP George Wright. Jamaica, the Prime Minister say Miss Patricia aka movie star finally get her house, and we must join him on him platform today and watch him cut the ribbon. But I want to know the new social housing program where Andrew go on and give out, what makes you qualify to get one of those houses? Because when you look for movie star Patricia, me get to understand say she did get burn out in a 2020, but me no understand not because she get burn out means say you automatically go qualify for your house. Because if Michael Leachin house burn down a morning, that no mean say if you get one house from the government tomorrow. So me want to know, cause when you look on this a woman, you nothing about her poor and destitute. She bleached from top to bottom. She have $250,000 wig on her head. She have grill in her mouth and braces.
People, bleaching not cheap, you know. Bleaching not cheap. Right.
Span teeth, her rubbings turn up. Me no understand she always dally down. Yeah, fingernail and them something. They say me want know about her poor and destitute. How she come by one of them indigent house here? We need to know. Councillor Danet Foster Allen, come tell the people them at Westmoreland. Oh! You managed to give this lady a free house.
Really
now bash you. You follow me, me follow you. But the people in Westmoreland need answers. And we are calling on you, Miss Danet Foster Allen, for the Cornwall Mountain Division. Oh, movie star come by one of them house and she not pour down nobody else. Come tell the people them Danet. Come. Because it better you come clean and tell the people them say she's a stand supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party. Right. And I want to make sure set her up before no come out of power about this. Not right? Something not right? Yes, sir, Danet Foster Allen. Come tell the people them what makes you qualify for one of them new social housing program house. We no bad mind. So come clear it up. We want to know. And Westmoreland people them want to know. Oh, she come by one of them house and she not pour down nobody else. Come talk to me, Danet. How it go?
How it go? So, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of questions surrounding the actual indigent program. And since them gonna make the thing viral, even more questions is being asked. Now, after I press did that video, I tell you, woman I play with them, as usual. She bring the receipts, and guess what? We get some other receipts from our next vlogger. Big up Jamaica Carlos. You understand? Cause I know we credit where credit is due.
He was interviewed. Una hear what the man say? You have to have your own land.
Hold on the people.
You have to have your own land for the unit built.
Gone too far.
When the sun is rising in the east,
Gone too far.
night falls in the west. Stay on the lookout because markets never sleep.
No, you're misleading the people. Mighty God.
Cliff Hughes get exposed to, you know. Yeah, man, she exposed Cliff Hughes. Cliff Hughes get exposed. I swear to God, him get exposed. Alright? So you know what's saying Clapback. Me read this already? Oh no, let me go to this first. I have the article here so ready and waiting. I believe I did. Didn't I? Damn, I thought I did. Desmond Mckenzie. Clapback. Yeah, man, the boss. Clapback wicked, man. Oh no. Delroy Chuck said they deserve third term. Good for him too. But what you deserve? Deserve what? Wanna listen to this, y'all, my people. Here, Desmond Mckenzie.
I see them put out that thing about me, about the indigent housing program. I Prime Minister Social Housing Program. Once it is built on government property, if something go wrong, then it is the responsibility of the government to look about it. Those persons who find their own property and come in and it's illegitimate, we never tell nobody that we are going to take nothing from them. What they're trying to do is to create scandal and mischief. Lie.
So according to Desmond Mckenzie, in Clapback and said the people don't tell lie upon him. Listen to the next audio.
What we have done is that we have lifted the standard of the houses that we have built. Right here in central Kingston, we put in furniture in the house. We give people decent housing. And we never tell nobody that we are going to put them out. But all they want to do is to find something to criticize the government about and create mischief. On labor rights, you must understand the message that the housing program of this government has been nothing but outstanding.
So according to me, it has been nothing but outstanding. He's shouting, you know, but that doesn't really work. You get what I'm saying? Like, shouting not going to stop the questions. We have more questions, more than answers from you. First you say you're going to take away the house, and then you say the people that own their land is different, which you never differentiated that in your first interview that exposed all of this. But we're gonna give you that. Let's continue.
That live in their country anymore, all them care about is one man and taxpayer money. One man. It is really sad. It is really, really sad when I see these labor rights, when me hear them. Yeah. Wanna sound stupid. Wanna make people all over the world look upon uno. Have sense, labor right. Have sense for once in our life. Have sense, man. Jesus mercy. Me people, hear this.
In central Kingston.
I see them put out that thing about me, about the indigent. It is the who tell no land.
It comes down to
Lie.
Desmond Mckenzie. So this is what it comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. Under the indigent program, those people are housed entirely on government property.
My wisdom warriors.
Only hear what Cliff Hughes say? Those people are housed entirely on government property. Look at the evidence that Atafai Press is going to present in front of you right now. Read what it says. The indigent program in Jamaica provides homes to people who are poor and vulnerable. The program is run by ministers of local government and community development. How does it work? The Poor Relief Department at each municipality screen applicants. Applicants must show that they own the land where the house will be built. Cliff Hughes is exposed. Cliff Hughes is exposed for this. This particular thing, the website says that. Not me, not Bolo VNR. That is a screenshot of the website, ladies and gentlemen. It says applicants must show that they own the land where the house will be built, or they have the legal right to live there. The program builds concrete houses with basic amenities. So that kills their argument. Now, if this is true that we're looking at on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, if that is true, let me put it up for you because you can't see bottom part, right? If this is true that we're seeing on the screen, when Desmond Mckenzie said that when the person is no longer with us, that the government takes responsibility for the house and obviously the land that it's on. You see where the confusion comes in? You see where, I know he made a statement and then Cliff Hughes is going to say it is simple. It is built on government land, so therefore the government owns it. But I even have a problem with that. Why is the government, even if it was built on government land, why is the government building the house and then taking it back? People don't have families. They're not supposed to have family when they get a government house. So you expect the person to live with their family in the house, and when the person that is no longer with us, their family should no longer have a home. You see how the JLP is not winning in any way, shape, or form in this conversation? It don't sound good and it don't look good. Them not ready.
You see what Cliff Hughes just said? That is a lie. Go and do on a research. Then if them hoes on government property, Cliff Hughes, come here, call out a name on this. Want to go and check the website. This is what the government of Jamaica put out. Them say the indigent housing program in Jamaica provides homes to people who are poor or vulnerable. The program is run by the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development. How does it work? So I tell you how it works. Number one, it's the Poor Relief Department at each municipal corporation screen applicants. Number two, applicants must show that they own the land where the house will be built, or that they have the legal right to live there. Wanna hear that? My people wanna go and do a research. Cliff Hughes, stop bring out wrong information out here. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it for one mouse. Remember that you just say a while ago in a Cliff Hughes. My people, hear what I'm just say.
Under the indigent program, those people are housed entirely on government property. Yes? As against people under the Social Housing Initiative, who put up their own land and the government builds on it. It is theirs forever. And those who proposed and circulated knew that. They would have known that. But no, that's not the objective. You see, truth is now a casualty. So long as it suits us, yeah, run it.
So Cliff Hughes, with this one we are reading on the screen and I shoot and make somebody make up this. Cliff Hughes is exposed, ladies and gentlemen. Damn.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
I'm gonna take it a step further. I want you to pay attention to my screen now because I got this earlier. These are some screenshots from their website. It says, according to recent information, if you are no longer with us receiving a house through Jamaican new social housing program, the land and the house would legally pass on to your designated heirs, as you would fully own the property, meaning your family would inherit it as per your will or the Jamaican inheritance laws if you don't have one. The government does not retain ownership rights in the case, right? If you are unalived after receiving the Jamaica Indigenous Social House, the land typically reverts back to the government or the relevant municipality corporations, as these houses are considered to be owned by the government, not the individual recipient under the Indigent Housing Program, meaning your land would not pass on to your heirs upon your death. Jamaica Indigent Housing Program provide homes to low-income Jamaicans, but there are controversies over ownership rights. All houses are constructed on land provided by beneficiaries. A core requirement for receiving a social house under the National Housing, the NSHP. This includes the land ownership, long-term lease, or grant permission, supported by legitimate claims such as a deed of gift. Key points to remember: land ownership requirements. Most social housing programs in Jamaica, including the Indigent Housing Program, mandate that applicants must have land ownership or legal tenure to be considered for a housing unit. No, according to the information, you generally cannot qualify for social housing, indigent housing in Jamaica without owning land, as most programs require beneficiaries to provide the land on which the house will be built, meaning you need to have land ownership or a legal lease to be eligible. To qualify for the social housing program, individuals must be registered under the Poor Relief Act, demonstrating extreme poverty and inability to provide for themselves, typically verified through the local Poor Relief Department by providing supporting documents like a letter from the Member of Parliament or Justice of the Peace proving their dire housing needs and lack of alternative options. Who qualifies for the Indigent Housing Program? Vulnerable individuals or families living in poor and unsafe conditions, people with severe health issues and no employment prospects. Yes, the land is a core requirement for receiving a social house in Jamaica, Indigent Housing Program. This can be through land ownership, long-term lease, or granted permission. So by all indication, ladies and gentlemen, you have to have land to qualify for the social housing program. Let's continue.
So my wisdom warriors, honestly say a lie. Cliff Hughes I tell. Cliff Hughes, go do your research. Go do your research. Because people are not fool. You just say indigent. Jesus. Boy, them wicked you know, boy. Me don't know, you know. Hey, me really and truly don't understand Uno. Me don't understand Uno. Uno need to go and do no research, brother. Go and do no research. It is on government website. So me have the information right here. The people wanna just take a look and read it. It said the Indigent Housing Program in Jamaica provides home to people who are poor or vulnerable. The program is run by the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development. How does it work? The poor relief departments at each municipal corporation screen applicants. That are number one. Number two, applicants must show that they own the land where the house will be built. So what you said a while ago, Cliff Hughes, that is incorrect. That is incorrect. You are misleading the Jamaican people. I have to come down now. You are misleading the people. Mighty God. One thing with me, you know, me do my research, you know. Me do my research. Look, it said the applicants must show that they own the land where the house will be built or that they have the legal right to live there. And at the same thing, Andrew Holness came out and said, when Andrew Holness was talking about the housing, the social housing program, and the same thing Andrew Holness come out and say, and Desmond Mckenzie say it all the time, own a mouth. So when I see Desmond Mckenzie and I hear him talk to the people, to the labor rights, and I lie to them, and then the labor rights, them a cheer him on, I don't understand. What is wrong with you, Jamaican people, at 2025? Stop make them tricky and fool you. No, sir. Cliff Hughes, you need to come down now. You need to come down now. Because you're a traditional media and you're misleading the Jamaican people. You're misleading them. Me want to hear what Desmond Mckenzie say all time. Own them out. Hear this.
Ready to immigrate to Canada? Get a personal expert assessment of the best Canadian visa options for your...
indigent housing were mere assistance. So you provide a sheet of zinc, a door, or something like that. And I've seen over the years the plight of many persons, indigent persons, who are actually registered as indigent on the poor relief roll of government, because there is a poor relief system that goes around, does the necessary investigations. And if they can't provide an house, they would pay rent, because that is a part of the whole indigent program. In 2016, when I became the minister, I sat with the Most Honorable Prime Minister and I spoke with him as to what I believe would have been a program that could at least offer some level of assistance to persons on the indigent roll. And he gave his support. In early 2016, we started with 2 houses in Clarendon. And since then, we have gone beyond 2 houses. We are almost going close now to 150 units that has been constructed or in the process of being concluded in terms of the work that is taking place. And I must tell you something, I have seen it. I have felt the pain, because most of the cases I have gone and have visited the location before. So I do have an appreciation of what existed before, the conditions that existed. And I can tell you it is a sense of being able to do something to afford someone the opportunity of having a proper roof over their heads. And the government since 2016 has given full support to the program. We provide the funds from the Equalization Fund, and that is a source of funding that is in the Ministry of Local Government. And for the last couple of years, we have gotten funds from the Consolidated Fund. And that is why we have been able to improve the housing over the years. So we have moved from 1-bedroom studio to 2 bedrooms. Now we have gone to 3 bedrooms. We are building multi-family units that is catering for many Jamaicans right across the country. So every parish in Jamaica has benefited from the social indigent housing program of the government of Dr. Andrew Holness. And I'm really proud of what we have been able to accomplish and the many lives that we have touched and changed.
I'm happy that you've shed some light on it, and I would have wanted you to delve a little bit more into the program itself, since it was started by your ministry.
Okay, what the program does, as I said before, persons can apply. They are investigated by the poor relief officers. They must have the land.
You must have the what? Where you say I want my boss?
Yes. By the poor relief officers. They must have the land to build the units. They must have the land to build the units. They must have the land to build the unit.
So hold on there, Mr. Mckenzie. I really gonna know. So if they must have the land to build the units for the indigenous housing program, how in the world under God green earth you take up yourself and tell Jamaica where you tell Jamaica? How in the world you do that, my boss? Remember what you say now? I could find where him this say.
So all along Jamaica, we see the government. So Mr.
Hold on there. No, sir.
And some of you may have seen.
Sure. Yo, it done mess up my transition, man.
So all along Jamaica, we see the government of the day. Jamaica, me can't catch myself when no listen. Does not belong to the people.
Remains.
When no listen to this, Jamaica people.
The houses remains the property of the municipal corporations. So if someone dies, the municipality retains the right of the house and it is passed on to someone who is in need. There is no duplication of the services provided by the Ministry of Local Government.
You hear that, Jamaica? What kind of shit in a plate this?
So, hear the man say a while ago, ladies and gentlemen. And
must have the land to build the units. They must have the land. Must apply.
ministry to you to delve a little bit more into the program itself, since it was started by your ministry.
Okay, what the program does, as I said before, persons can apply. They are investigated by the poor relief officers. They must have the land to build the units.
So if they must have a land to build a unit, my general, how comes?
So all along Jamaica, we see the government and the indigent housing give out land title and give out keys. Jamaica, me can't catch myself when I listen to this, Jamaica people.
The houses remains the property of the municipal corporations. So if someone die, the municipality retains the right of the house and it is passed on to someone who is in need. There is no duplication.
What me want to know is, how you gonna take the rights of the house when you said this a while ago?
They must have the land to build the units. They must have the land to build the unit.
The people them that is applying for the indigenous housing program must have the land to build the units. So how in our God's green earth, Desmond Mckenzie, you go say the municipalities is going to control the land. Remember you say Tsunami, say Tsunami general. Yeah, they pan tape right there, so you know. When say an indigenous housing program him talk about, you know. Him never say social housing program, you know. So make we go and hear what him say again.
You've shed some light on it, and I would have wanted you to delve a little bit more into the program itself, since it was started by your ministry.
Okay, what the program does, as I said before, persons can apply. They are investigated by the poor relief officers. They must have the land to build the units. They must have the land to build the units. They must have the land to build the unit.
Hey, big up Hotp Press. Remember me tell you that. Remember me tell you that. Oi! You better go watch that video again when me a play. That video with Hotp Press though. Oh, you need to make that video go viral. Me not talk with no water in my mouth. Me I make sure some put a me a copy link and put in a chat right now. Like right now. This a video have to go viral. Talk about journalistic work. You go watch the video by yourself in entirety. Caught in 4K. Desmond Mckenzie and Andrew Holness expose the entire government for that matter. What can go so?
What can go so?
Eh?
What can go so?
And God Almighty alone give it and take it away. Who is the government? For claim for say them and help the people them. For get house. Me know people right now we live in a PNP house, you know, through PNP program, you know. PNP never take it back from them. So what is this? Even if you talk about the indigenous program, I say again, I don't care if the people them don't have any land. Even if I hear government land, why would you take back the house from the people them? You call yourself a caring government? Make it make sense. Make it make sense, no man.
Did you guys hear what Desmond Mckenzie said
Sure
out
did.
his own mouth when he was interviewed?
Sure
Only hear
did.
what the man said?
Sure
You have to
did.
have your own land. You have to have your own land for the unit built.
Exactly.
So Cliff, yours. Stop spread misinformation. Stop it. Because we are go by where Desmond Mckenzie said.
Exactly.
You understand me? Stop it. It is wrong. It is unacceptable. And me I call upon the PNP, me I call upon Mark Golding. Me I call upon on need to do something about this. On need to do something about this because people out here believe this mouthpiece and it is wrong. It is unacceptable. It's not right. Una lead with people astray and it need to stop.
And once that is done, we now proceed after the investigation to see whether or not the persons are eligible. They meet the criteria which is set out. Because you must be a part of a program that does not allow you on your own.
Do whatever the crunch you want with KFC's popcorn chicken. Delicious, crispy.
And there are cases where we have provided houses for persons
Already
who probably
know
are
about
not that destitute, but because of their circumstances, we have provided for them. Now, the Poor Relief Department of the municipal corporations retain responsibility for the units.
Yes.
So while you occupy those units, the Poor Relief Department does its monthly checking on the units. You are not allowed to do any addition to the units. The units come fully furnished. It is something that I when I came up with the idea of furnishing the units, we did it because there are cases where we saw persons have homes, but there is nothing for them to sleep on. So we figured it does make sense to give you a nice room, and then you have to sleep on
or furnish it.
So we provide the necessary furnishing for the unit.
Right.
Now, the unit cannot be rented. It is not for sale. No addition can be done to the unit. And the unit cannot be handed down to family. And we have cases where
The unit cannot be handed down to family. You cannot add on to the unit. This is what Desmond Mckenzie is saying. Does that sound like something that you own, ladies and gentlemen?
occupants have died, and the Poor Relief Department
Like and share the video.
the unit, and then it is handed over to someone else who is in need.
Absolutely.
So what we do, and we encourage persons to take care of the units. We notice that a lot of all of our units are built from concrete, and it has been done deliberately. One, we notice in the past year our indigent program, the previous indigent program, were mainly board units, and we're not knocking it because it was provided the shelter. But what we notice, there are a number of fires have occurred because a lot of persons go into these units, they have no proper electricity, and fire create havoc within these areas. So what we have done is that we have built concrete structures. It is wired. We encourage the occupants to legitimize their service with the Jamaica Public Service Company, legitimize their service with the National Water Commission. So you're getting, government is providing you with a house, all the government is asking you to do is pay for the light,
take on the responsibility
and the water. That's
Absolutely.
personal responsibility.
Yeah.
And I must say that we have seen where persons have responded in a very, very positive way. One of the things that we have introduced in the
So my viewers and subscribers, wanna hear what Desmond Mckenzie say out time own amount?
Yes.
Wanna hear what him say? Wanna hear what the man say? The man say, wanna have to have your own land, or wanna get permission to build on the land, and then them a go come and do them checks and everything. And he say when them build the units on the land, it cannot pass down. The man just say it out time own amount. The man even go as far as say they have cases where people die and them retain the unit. And that the man say. So Cliff Hughes, your information where you come up with, and a laugh and a giggle like you think this is fun to lie to the Jamaican people,
Exactly.
you need to stop it.
True,
you need
man.
to stop it. You understand? The indigent housing, and him say it himself. The indigent housing, you have your own land. So stop telling people about government land. Stop it. You're not too wicked and lie, man. You're not too wicked. My wisdom warriors, you not tell me one thing. You know say me full of evidence, you know. You know say me not just talk, me come with proof. But them just a talk and a yap.
So, you hear what half my person will say. I know what half my person laugh with nobody. Them get rid of them. Them get it, people. Them can't go around it. You feel me I say? The truth is just the truth. And then the case with that young lady, you know, it look like a favoritism still. I'm not gonna tell no lie. You know, it look like a favoritism. It look like a
Jamaica
connection.
people may come for
We just go end of this particular reaction. We have more to come in the live stream. Don't go anywhere. But this particular reaction, we are going to end it off with this part here, so. You see me? Because I know me I post this separately.
address the labour rights them over Westmoreland this evening. In particular, the councillor for the Cornwall Mountain Division, Miss Danet Foster Allen, likewise the MP George Wright, or should I say independent MP George Wright. Jamaica, the Prime Minister say Miss Patricia aka movie star finally get her house, and we must join him on him platform today and watch him cut the ribbon. But I want to know the new social housing program where Andrew go round and give out, what makes you qualify to get one of those houses? Because when you look for movie star Patricia Me get fi understand say she did get burn out in a 2020, but me no understand not because she get burn out means say you automatically a go qualify for your house. Because if Michael Leachin house burn down a morning, that no mean say if you get one house from the government tomorrow.
Exactly.
Eh? So me want to know, cause when you look upon this a woman, you nothing about her poor and destitute. She bleached from top to bottom.
Come
She
on
have
now.
$250,000 wig pan her.
No, me no know nothing about the wig them, you know. Me know say the wig them expensive, but Jaja.
Head. She have grill in her mouth and braces.
No, the braces part serious. The braces part serious. It's serious.
And teeth and rubbings turn up. Me no understand she always
Worse the rubbings. Mighty God.
Ball out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out. From Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody. Man or woman.
Well, finally, I want to say to the people of Jamaica, we're at a tipping point. One of the things that Richard Pandoy, CEO of Shepherd, said to me today, that I can't understand why everybody's so silent and why the people are so silent and I take all of this problem. And that's why I say, want the people of Jamaica to wise up and rise up and make the man them know. So we know that we are in a crisis and we're not tolerating those things anymore.
A corrupt government cannot liberate the people. If the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also.
Make them know, Marky G. Make them know.
May God bless the great institutions of the country.
That's right.
That keep the society together. May God bless the Integrity Commission that leads the fight against corruption in the land.
Hallelujah. Yes.
Because corruption is a scourge against the will of God. And the institutions on earth that fight against corruption deserve our full support.
You know, see, I told them in I town and my phone ring on WhatsApp, and that I ringtone. People then turn around and look for me. People tell me what to think about that in the comment section, yeah, man. Let me tell you, Jamaica is not a real place.
Honey.
No, we have a touch upon a topic we're very, very dear to my heart right now. You understand me? Because, you know what? Yeah, there's a couple things that we need to touch upon. What if I think I go on to Jamaica, you know? A lot of things going on in Jamaica. A lot of things going on. So, let me start right here, so. Right? Let me start right here, so. Because it's like, some things not really add up to me. And some of the stuff that is being said by the government in response, it bothers me even more when I hear them respond. I don't get a sense of comfort after I hear the government respond to criticism. They don't respond very well. It just leaves me to ask more questions. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I'll be asking more questions after they respond. Anyway, let's get to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday evening around 6:30 p.m., a earthquake 7.6 to 8 pointer hit between Honduras and Lord have mercy. It hit between Honduras and the Cayman Islands. There was a tsunami watch that was issued where that is concerned. Right? Social media went viral the next day, that was Sunday, about the incident, and it seems as if it took the government up until today to respond. The ODPEM, which is in the office of the Prime Minister, because they came under heavy criticism. First, I want you to hear what the PMP had to say before that, and then we'll go to what the government said.
The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
This is Natalie Nita Garby, opposition co-spokesperson on local government, addressing a matter of national importance. Yesterday at 6:30 p.m., Jamaica was placed under tsunami alert. This alert lasted for about an hour and 10 minutes before it was lifted. But let me be clear. During those 70 minutes, the people of Jamaica heard absolutely nothing from their government or from the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, the ODPEM, the very agency responsible for keeping us informed and safe. Had a tsunami actually occurred, the consequences would have been catastrophic. Why? There was no bulletin issued to warn the population. No instructions were given on how to respond to such an event. Nothing, save for a release over 3 hours later, which informed us as an advisory, was denied that there was even a warning. This is not just a failure, it is a gross dereliction of duty. The Ministry of Local Government and the ODPEM have acted in an extremely irresponsible manner, leaving our nation vulnerable and in the dark during a potential crisis. I'm calling for an urgent review of Jamaica's disaster alert and warning systems. We must ensure that these systems are fully functional, supported by adequate response mechanisms, expertise, and funding. What happened last night was nothing short of scary. It is unacceptable, and the Minister, as the accountable officer, must immediately provide the nation with a credible explanation. Jamaica deserves better. Our people deserve transparency, preparedness, and leadership, especially in times of crisis.
I totally agree. Totally. Now, you got this. ODPEM advisory did not rise to the level that required public alert.
Emotional damage.
I'm going to read that again. The tsunami advisory did not rise to the level that required public alert. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the response from the office of the ODPEM, which is in the office of the Prime Minister, I believe. Let's continue. Acting Director General of the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, Richard Thompson, says the events surrounding last Saturday's earthquake in the Caribbean Sea and subsequent tsunami advisory did not rise to the level that required an alert to the public. He sought to explain the following criticism that the ODPEM dropped the ball on alerting the country. Let's listen.
On Saturday, a powerful 7.6 magnitude earthquake was recorded in the Caribbean Sea, north of Honduras and southwest of the Cayman Islands. The U.S. Geological Survey reported that the earthquake occurred at around 6:23 p.m. southwest of Georgetown in the Cayman Islands. Tsunami advisories were subsequently issued for Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the British Virgin Islands. The advisory for...
Pause. Now, the fact that those places were issued a tsunami warning, what more does Jamaica need? What more do they need? to issue a tsunami warning. The fact that those places were issued a tsunami warning legitimizes the point that everybody is making in criticism of the ODPEM, in my opinion. But let's continue. Let's hear what they have to say.
For those islands were later cancelled. However, it was close to 4 hours later on Saturday night that the first advisory of a tsunami warning for Jamaica was posted by Hotp. The advisory was posted to Hotp's account on social media platform X.
Wait a minute. ODPEM? Hold on, they make we look feet. Let us look for it while they speak. Hold on there.
This drew widespread criticisms from the public on the late response from the country's premier disaster alert agency. One such criticism came on Sunday from opposition spokesman on local government Natalie Nita Garvey. According to Nita Garvey, Jamaicans were left in the dark on the warnings and what measures to take. Mr. Thompson sought to clarify the matter.
Level 1, you get those information issued from Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. Level 2, you get that information and you start issuing your advisory within your local domain. When you move to your level 3, which is a tsunami watch, is when the tidal gauges would have been pushing information to the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center that a tsunami has in fact been generated at source. So once you get that information that the earthquake has created a tsunami, then you now move to level 3, which is giving information to the public.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what I understand from what he's saying is that the ODPEM has to wait until the earthquake has created a tsunami before they actually tell us that we're on a tsunami watch. Let me play that back. This is his words. Let me play that back.
According to Nita Garvey, Jamaicans were left in the dark on the warnings and what measures to take. Mr. Thompson sought to clarify the matter.
Level 1, you get those information issued from Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. Level 2, you get that information and you start issuing your advisory within your local domain. When you move to your level 3, which is a tsunami watch, is when the tidal gauges would have been pushing information to the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center that a tsunami has in fact been generated at source. So once you get that information that the earthquake has created a tsunami, then you now move to level 3, which is giving information to the public.
Mr. Thompson says the events following...
I don't know about anybody else, but I have a major problem with that. If that's their procedure, if that's how they operate, they need to change that expeditiously. I'm talking about right now. Whatever the process is to change that needs to be changed. The ODPEM should have at least put out and let the public know, listen, there is a tsunami that hit between Honduras and such, and there is a tsunami watch for these islands, and Jamaica is on this tier and still waiting to see if we should really pull the plug on a whole go to the hills type of vibe. That's like a hurricane reaching. That's like a hurricane reaching in the Caribbean Sea at that distance, and you not telling us that there's a hurricane in the Caribbean Sea right there. At least tell us, ODPEM, at least. Am I being unreasonable in my assessment? Please let me know in the comment section, but this is unacceptable for me.
The 7.6 magnitude earthquake did not rise to a level 3. He says they were operating at level 2, where all of the information was issued to the relevant stakeholders.
So it wouldn't have risen to a level 3 for the weekend situation.
You know what this means? Jamaica is not prepared, in my opinion, the ODPEM is not prepared, in my opinion, to warn Jamaica in a swift enough time because they have to wait until the level 3 happens before they warn us. Do you guys know how fast the water moves? I see. Man, something is wrong with this country, boy. I'm talking about, man. Something is wrong with us, man. How do you? Who made this process? Who actually made this process where you say, okay, we have to wait until it reach level 3 before we warn the public in any way, shape, or form? No warning, bruh. No breaking news. Breaking news. Tsunami and the size of the tsunami. 7.6 to 8.0. And there was no news bulletin. No breaking news. You know how I know it's bad? I doubt if I saw Andre Stevenson cover it last night. I mean Sunday night. That night. I don't think he knew. And he's on money when it comes on to the news. He's on the money. Somebody sent it to me on WhatsApp. I was like, wait a minute, what? A tsunami? My internet has been giving me trouble the whole time for the last 7 days. And I instantly made a live stream and talk about it with my limited, reach that I had. I was calling friends, calling everybody. This should have been an all-island effort to at least warn people of a possibility. You gotta wait till level 3 before you tell people that there's a possibility for us to have a tsunami. Man, that should have been done 20 minutes in. When they took it away, breaking news, there's no more tsunami watch. Do you know that I've gone onto websites that is saying that there's still tsunami watch for other places in the Caribbean? This is not a dead issue, ladies and gentlemen. Right? They should have warned us. And I think this is a travesty. I think the system needs to be changed immediately. Immediately. Whatever process they got going on, they need to amend that. This don't make no sense.
We were operating at what we are level 2. We got the information, the Met Office got the information, notification went out to the Jamaica Constabulary Force, port authorities, fisheries, information went out to the parish emergency grouping, the Ministry of Health. So it went out to every single person that are in the national notification process as it relates to tsunami advisory.
Nationwide News also contacted the Meteorological Service of Jamaica for a comment. Principal Director Evan Thompson says the Met's main duty is to notify Hotp of the matter.
Whenever we receive the messages coming out of the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center that indicates that something has developed, we would make communication with the Hotp to ensure that they are aware of the situation. I communicated with them, but they were already aware because they also get the communication, We are just a backup.
Shalois Michael for Nationwide News.
So what this means, ladies and gentlemen, is that they knew about the tsunami. They knew about the tsunami warning for other countries. But in their infinite wisdom, see what I did there? Oh my God. Oh, we're in trouble.
That is funny, honey.
We are in trouble.
That's funny.
We are in trouble, guys.
Oh my God, that is funny.
In ODPEM infinite wisdom, they decided, listen, according to our procedure, this has not gone to the level that we should, send out any bulletins and let people know that there was a tsunami or whatever. There was an earthquake and there could possibly be a tsunami. No. We don't need to raise any alarm. Let us dial that back a little bit. I'm talking about, man, boy, listen, you cannot make this up, man. You cannot make this up. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man, because This don't make no sense to me, bro. I got more coming. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Jesus. Lord, take the wheel. Lord, please take the wheel, Lord. Because we are in trouble. This government got me. I'm nervous. Like, I'm not even capping, bro. Hey, these people got me nervous. They really do. They really, really do. All right, so let me go to this. This is a story I definitely have to talk about. Yeah, I definitely got to talk about this. This is another one right here. This is another one. When did the PNP release this? Yesterday? Okay. When did the JLP or whoever made? Let me see. When did they put something out? Today? Okay. Let me see what's going on here. We see what's going on here. What can go so, right? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I think we're all aware of the recent story of Rosalie. If you're not aware and you've been living under a rock, well, let me catch you up to speed, ladies and gentlemen. Let me catch you up to speed. Now, Rosalie is a TikToker. She was allegedly raided by the police, and I'm choosing my words very, very, very wisely. She was allegedly raided by the police. We have not yet identified whether or not it's the police, but that's what we're hearing. You understand? We're hearing that she was raided by the police. Now, wait a minute. Is this a live stream?
I try sort out. Let me do it tonight. All right, do we have to 876? Well, let me do it.
To the Cash App or the Zelle?
Cash App or Zelle. Look at Angela, I'm more grateful. We want 4 bills tomorrow. We deal with the kitchen cupboard, not the sink. Come pay for the sink already and everything. I'll never do a come do him for do, and then you have a look. Piece of tile and just buy local cement and do the bottom. I can't do the bottom out of my pocket. You understand?
Yeah.
You can't do the bottom out of my pocket. And then I go on the work for time. Not true.
She live right now. Show no what go on.
I say more to look like you have gum boil.
She live right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, we have feel your dumplings. Exactly. Yeah, we know you're talking. Pizza and stuff. Yeah, putting that up oven and stuff like that. Yeah.
So me I look $1,500 more. So me I wait till the donor them. That girl about me seat. What she say? Seat, yeah. Come here, bitch.
Yo, what?
I beg, no. When I was at time, when I give me homework from after do, I can't quarrel.
People say if I clean and fix it, the house, yeah, clean and fix it.
Yes.
What are the problem?
We have a buy. We can go on the road.
This is live, ladies and gentlemen. This is live. I wonder if I the same topic she talk about. Let's give you a second.
Yeah. Them say clean and fix up the place I eat me though. So there's the person I'm gonna send the cash trap I them me away from. And so turn to Anela. We can't look the 500 tomorrow. We're not trust nobody tonight.
I wonder what kind of project she try to start out.
So we don't want screenshot that.
Yeah, I like that for Anela for you.
Well,
Anela could have show up.
We can mute this.
Screenshot that Anela.
Alright, so this is Rosalie page, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. She live right now. So she's the TikToker that allegedly the police raided her house. You understand? I don't know if she has anything recorded with the situation on here. That me really a search for. We'll see.
For the people on TikTok, I When I say one come this Nicki Minaj, people want to see them click their live and over there talk about Nicki Minaj, report them page. Make them come down off of TikTok. Nicki Minaj, reach out of a one. Take them down off of TikTok on the too enough. On the too enough. Take them down them page, man. Take down them page. You know always want to mix up people. You know, on a dirty lifestyle. Take down them page. You know, stink like shit. And come off a woman name. Come off a woman name. Someone that we can walk not even in Nicki Minaj. Toenail. The last one. You know one can get bright and disrespectful. Someone that we are rubbish in a blood clot.
Oh my god. Sorry for the bad words, guys. No, we don't know. Alright, so that is her, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Now, so the police them allegedly police raid her house and kicked down her door. She didn't naked. Now, one of the criticism that I had was, how come to me not hear nothing from Andrew Holness government? How come to not hear nothing from Jamaica, from Andrew Holness specifically? From the woman them in the government specifically? How comes we don't hear nothing from Horace Chang? How comes we don't hear nothing from the lawmakers in the JLP? We don't hear anything from them. Right? But here we are going now. The PMP did put out a response. See? So we are going to play it first, because of them first put out a response. This is MP Hilton. Right? Let's see what he has to say.
The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
This is Anthony Hilton, Member of Parliament for Western Tantrum. I'm deeply disturbed by the recent violence of my constituent, Ms. Rosalie Hamilton. The video recording and posting of her in a state of undress following a police operation at her home is not only a gross invasion of privacy, but a serious breach of the Cybercrimes Act. If this was done by the police, as alleged, it represents a new law in policing.
Oh God.
One that must never be tolerated by the leadership of the Jamaica Constabulary Force or by society at large. I condemn this deplorable act, and I am demanding a full and transparent investigation into this incident, with swift action taken against those responsible. No citizen should be subjected to this kind of abuse and humiliation. I will continue to stand by Ms. Hamilton to ensure her well-being and mental health as she navigates this distressing ordeal. Jamaica, we must not allow this to become the norm. We must demand better. Thank you.
Visit our website at
Alright, so on the hear the PMP, let's go. The JFJ condemns illegal recording of TikTok personality. This is the JFJ. Let's see what they have to say.
The allegations are that there was a recording of her without her clothes on. And you ask yourself the question, why did that recording happen in the first place? And how did it make it on social media? The police ought not to be involved in illegal recording of any citizen of Jamaica. You have several constitutional rights that must be considered. You have the right not to self-incriminate, so no police officer should be forcing you to issue any word of apology. You have a constitutional right to privacy, and that must be respected. And anything else to the contrary is a breach of the Constitution and a breach of the protocols that govern our police officers. It is outrageous, and I think we must all condemn such action.
Miss, me totally condemn, but you say something right or so? When we want the people to hear again. What you say about rights again?
Citizen of Jamaica. You have several constitutional rights that must be considered. You have the right not to self-incriminate, so no police officer should be forcing you to issue any word of apology. You have a...
Want to hear that? Who remember in the pandemic when the young man was taken from under his bed and he was forced to apologize in a video? Do you guys know? I think that young man won that case, you know. You see why he won the case? Because what they did was against that young man's constitutional rights. Jamaica, you see why Isaac Buchanan always telling us to read the Constitution and know the Constitution, because the Constitution is your friend. And you see why Andrew Holness and Marlon Malawi is working assiduously to change so many key things in the Constitution. You better wake up.
A constitutional right to privacy, and that must be respected. And anything else to the contrary is a breach of the Constitution and a breach of the protocols that govern our police officers. It is outrageous, and I think we must all condemn such action.
Hey, me love the stance. Me love it. Big up yourself, lady. Miss Jackson. Big up.
We have taken note that the Jamaica Constabulary Force is investigating the matter, but I take it a step further. We must demand an update of the outcome of that investigation.
Yes.
Because while we welcome the announcement of the investigation, we must also hold the JCF to the fire to say that the public ought to be made aware of the outcome and the disciplinary actions that may be taken against any officer who was involved in that particular incident.
Emotional damage.
Play that back. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Talk to him, baby.
We have taken note that the Jamaica Constabulary Force is investigating the matter, but I take it a step further. We must demand an update of the outcome of that investigation.
Yes.
Because while we welcome the announcement of the investigation, we must also hold the JCF to the fire to say that the public ought to be made aware of the outcome and the disciplinary actions that may be taken against any officer who was involved in that particular incident.
Preach. That's what I'm talking about. McQueen, what's up, love? Big up yourself. Shout out to you and your family. You know what I mean? The kids, the husband, everybody. Big up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to hear the JFJ come out with such a firm stance against the violation of Rosalie. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, what we have to understand, you know, right? Rosalie is a human being. And much like how it happened to her, guess what? It could happen to any one of you, your brothers and your sister. It can happen to your brothers and it could have happened to any one of your sisters, your aunts, your cousin, anybody. It could be a mother. It could have been your mom. It is unacceptable. We cannot go down this road. We cannot allow this to slide and be a 9-day wonder. Cannot happen, virgin. It's a very serious thing occurred, you know. And the fact that, well, not the fact, the allegation, just the allegation alone, right, that is a police officer or officers who did that. Listen to me, man. That is no small feat. Right? It's just like when we hear of the stories where the police then unalive youth. Right? You see video, all type of thing. Right? And we are saying, we need some justice. That is why Miss Rosalie said, we don't just want to hear that an investigation is being done. No. We need a follow-up. We need to know what happened to those individuals if caught and found to be guilty of said violation of this lady's constitutional rights. And once you violate one Jamaican constitutional right, you have violated all Jamaicans' constitutional right. That is something I really want us to understand. once the government or the police or government entities, public figures that we pay our tax dollars, pay them, and they're serving us, violate our constitution, our constitutional rights, there should be a special type of punishment for them. You know why? Because those people usually know the law. Those people usually know the law. So they have a greater responsibility in how they operate, especially when they're working. So, Rosalie's story, and there's other stories that they have tried to kill. Ruby's. Yeah, the Ruby story just went ghost, huh? Belle Davis said, oh, you know, people is just putting rumors out about him. We'll see. You see, God is in control at the end of the day. What is in the darkness shall come to the light. It's the year of exposure. Remember. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Star it up. It's about Bolo Vienna. And I'm OUT. Listen, I don't feel good if I don't do a 2-hour show for you guys now. I could have done this 1 hour and 50 minutes. Alright? Because the two main stories that I had wanted to cover, I covered them already. Again, there's a lot going on. I really want to thank each and every one of you for coming through. Y'all have been awesome. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. My internet is back. Woo! So, yes. Listen, man, I was so upset. I went down to the place. I said, ma'am, take this box. Take this internet box, because guess what? It ain't working. I'm not getting no internet since I paid my bill last time. So, this don't make no sense. She's like, so do you want to make a disconnection? I said, is that the only option that you have? If it is, so be it. Because I need to do my thing online. And I got electricity, but I ain't got no Wi-Fi. Make it make sense. I said, yo, listen, man. I'm done with y'all if y'all ain't gonna fix this today. Listen, man, they called my phone. Somebody called like 10 minutes after. 10 minutes. That's how quick they listen. That lady knew I meant business. I said, I got the box right here. I'm not paying no bill. Alright, if you listen, what? Some adjustments gotta be made, baby. Some adjustments gotta be made. You understand what I'm saying? Let's believe that. Anyway, appreciate y'all for coming through. McQueen, it's so good to see you. Last year, the year of exposure. Oh, this is the year of purge and great seal, and also manifestation. The year of the wind, topsy-turvy. A lot of stuff be going on, man. A lot of big reveals. Blessings, alright? Hold on, somebody just sent me something a while ago. Let me see. Lord have mercy, what is? What is, Father? Daily breaking news in West Portland. Bridges, roads, and no running water. Mighty God. No, you know, so something going on Portland still. I just go share this. Yeah, me go share. I seen this circulating and I'm gonna share it real quick before I go. Because I don't know what can go so. I really don't know what can go so. People, take a look at this. West Portland. Bridges, roads, and no running water. Angry face. Daily breaking news.
To cross this whole situation. Oh, Jesus, help us.
Come on, boy, let's touch this first. Yeah. Come. Let's follow me.
I think you need to lock out because the culvert.
Come on. All right,
come there.
Come on. Come in now.
Yeah.
Yeah, come.
Lord, this is back for you.
Come. Alright, step off and go for now. Lick up, cut. Right. Alright. Take off and go. Hold on, you're step back in now. Too straight. Watch that side now. Alright, come so now. Watch you now. Come so. Lick for more. Come on, make it put the board there now.
You can't make it cross.
Alright, come with them. Come with the board. Hold on, stay away then. Stay right with it. You have a double back the man now. You have to move with the book. Put the first one. Should be down with the board.
Push it down a little more, please.
Alright. Give my foot there, so you can go line up.
Lord, go with us.
Take time.
Why?
Take time.
God, please. Where you pick me?
Alright. Tell him, come down.
Fast! Do it fast! Thank you, Jesus Christ.
Ball out! Whoa! Yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out. From Portland, take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman. Ball out. Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out. From Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
Come in the board. Hold on, stay away then. Stay right with it. You have a double back the man now. So you have to move with the book. Put the first one. Should be down with the board.
Push it down a little more, please.
Alright. Give my foot there, so you can go line up.
Lord, go with us.
Take time.
Why?
Take time.
God, please. Where you pick me?
Alright. Tell him, come down.
Fast! Do it fast! Thank you, Jesus Christ. I'm stressed. I've never experienced it in my entire life. A week.
What can go so? What can go so? What can go so?
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right. Tell about them.
People me at a last words. What me actually I look at? What me look at? This real. I want hole. The water created a hole under the. What am I looking at, ladies and gentlemen? You hear the man then said nothing more can pass, no brother. Alright. How are they going to fix this road right here, so? How much money you think it's gonna cost to fix this particular situation right here, sir. In the Spark program, when them a Spark, is this one of the areas that they have allocated funds to fix? What is it? West Portland? Mighty God of Daniel.
Right now, see there? No road, not there for that banga.
People, look on that. Me bounty shots. Hey, the whole road, you know. The asphalt, alright. Literally, that is 4 to 5, no. 4 to about 6 inches of asphalt and 1 inch of tar. And under that is a hole. This road is totally compromised. No vehicle with any good weight. If a man walk across that thing can drop through it. So the $1.5 million with them send for transgender them and for LGBT awareness. So no couldn't use it and fix the road them. How much money that in a Jamaica? Rotted. Arlena call me. Walk one.
Bolo, so me send you one clip there. Me send you one clip a while ago. With the JDF and Andrew Holness respond to Rosalie. So me send you to look on it. Just to see it.
I'll go check it out.
Alright. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just gonna stop the front of some part. The only thing I do, go from the car and cut through the top.
The man said that can't stop him from pastor, so you know. Cause all him a do a go for film saw and cut 2 pieces of ply. Brethren. We have to use plywood there now. We have to use plywood there now. Oh, this is a response. Okay.
You don't really mess with my mind. No, really.
Because honestly, the picture is sure. Me not telling a lie. The policeman, him never use no filter time, use regular camera. I look damn good.
Who really took bodies like.
Cause they went on the camera upon me, Rose, what boss they see. What boss they upon me. You look so nice.
No, sir.
Yo, at first, me I see this, you know. Yo, look how the lady a cry, brother. Yo, me I tell you, say, you see, lawsuit they gonna reach them. Emotional trauma, they put that woman at you. Remember, me tell you, God not sleep, you know.
No, sir.
God not sleep. Remember, me tell you that. God not sleep.
Because I rules. And then they have the audacity the time when they sit down and I worry about certain things. I don't even want to sit down, you know. Because them just obsessed.
You could just take one shoe and go down at Ochi and your man your pitney and go really breeze off a little. Because them police compromise your safety too. I really got easy head, because I know them something they feel.
You know, say one good point that brother they make a while ago. Then compromise our safety for true. You know, that I want next thing again. Hey, this thing I want serious thing. Hey, yeah, the man just make an excellent point, you know. Think about that. Sure, no star.
Every time you remember, you say, boy, look at them people that's coming at my house, come violate me. And that's why you're not arrested. The government put out some of them know. Tuesday, listen out feature in a parliament because we need the answers.
And if you want to live for a couple of days, make we know. I'm in a sinner, so. If you don't want to stay there, you call me and make we know the whole way we figure out something.
He posted on his page. Go on Instagram and go on his official page, Andrew Holness.
Hold on there. Okay, that them say. Make we see them now. Instagram. Make we see what him say on Instagram. Cause me no follow him, you know. Cause they love black flagger. They always a black. They insensitive bad, so I don't follow them. Where is the statement? A message for residents, 20 million. Oh, I must hit this. February 9th, Jamaica Constabulary Force has taken note of allegation regarding a police operation at the private premises, including claims of unauthorized recording and distribution of a female occupant in a compromising position. The JCF takes such allegations seriously, and an investigation has been launched by the Criminal Investigation Branch and the Inspectorate and the Professional Oversight Bureau, IPROB, to determine the facts surrounding this incident. The JCF is committed to maintaining the highest standards of professionalism and integrity. Any conduct that falls short of these standards will be addressed in accordance with the established procedure. The ongoing investigation will be conducted with the utmost seriousness, and any necessary corrective action will be taken based off its findings. We remain dedicated to upholding public trust and ensuring that all members of the force adhere to the principles of ethical policies, policing, and respect for human rights. We ask for the public's patience as due process is followed. That was dry. That was very, very dry. Where's Andrew Holness saying something? Where is he directly speaking on this? Wow. Shout out to Island TV. People, no go check them out. Island TV. See there? See them page. Island TV. Go check them out. Alright. Wow. No word from Andrew Holness, just a piece of paper, huh?
Just like you remember to talk to the lawyer tomorrow, and if more money you come back right, yes, so and we'll come together and raise the money. But tell us that this is not a fight for you alone, Rose. Enough people go through this. Thank God, so you have the influence to get the attention of JCF and get the attention of the Prime Minister. Enough female them run in pan and go kill them, unalive them man, and nothing come out of it.
True.
Them not nobody for turn to, nobody not listen to them.
True, man.
But the poor is a crime.
True.
You're not arrested every day you come up and talk about it. You're playing a match, you know. Every day you come up and run this red.
And to the people them who pick up for the police, them say them video for them own safety. Fine, no problem. How the video reach out? Them video can done,
exactly.
how it reach out. That is the question. Nobody not care why, what time, how it reach out. That is the issue.
Listen, and let me just take the time out. We want the police them to have body cam on them. Yes, we want that to happen. Alright? Let me just go to this clip right here from the General also. The Shadow Minister for Orange Chang, Jovan Byfield. Listen to what I say. I tell you, a full time now the body camera thing with your brother.
The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
Listen, me know me all over the place, but this all ties in. Right? The police and the operation should have been wearing a body cam. If the young lady was naked, alright, you know say the body cam is the body cam. You're not supposed to read social media. It's not supposed to be on a website. You get me? It is for evidence, pure evidence. If you even go in a court, then black out the parts then what she naked. Told them to do the woman this. Yo, she wouldn't even know. Hey, man, I tell her, say, yo, you know, I really don't want it to happen. But it's like this government and this system is doing all the things to just rise up the blood pressure of the people to a point where we go back to way back in idea. You understand? It's like them a wait for eat this straw and break the camel's back. I'm telling you, this is the most uncaring government I've ever seen in Jamaica, ever.
I am Councillor Giovanni Byfield, Junior Shadow Minister of Security and Defence, and I am strongly criticizing the government for procuring body-worn cameras for the Jamaica Constabulary Force without the necessary data infrastructure to support their use. It is utterly irresponsible for the government to purchase body-worn cameras without ensuring the required data infrastructure is in place. This oversight not only undermines the effectiveness of these cameras, but also wastes taxpayers' money. The public deserves transparency and accountability from their government. This procurement decision reflects a lack of foresight and planning, which is unacceptable. Furthermore, I find it ridiculous that Minister Chang would claim that body-worn cameras don't help on operations. Numerous studies and practical implementations globally have demonstrated their immense value in law enforcement. I also want to highlight that body-worn camera systems were originally piloted by the JCF about a decade ago. So it is baffling that after all this time, the government is only now realizing the necessity of having the proper data infrastructure to support these cameras. I am calling on the Ministry of National Security to provide a detailed explanation and immediate action plan to rectify this issue. We need to ensure that our law enforcement agencies have the tools they need to effectively serve and protect our communities.
Visit our website at pnp.org.jm or check us out on Facebook at Jamaica.
So, them buy the body camera them without the necessary thing to have them operational. Why I don't know? I don't know. Jamaica, you just don't know. What do you know what I think in that comment section now, man? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the government, yeah. I'm tired. I'm done. I'm done. Call the election, Andrew. Call the election. Call the election.
Ball out! Whoa! Yo, yo, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them.
Just take them out there, man. Where say McQueen, huh? McQueen has at this past university. Hey, big up Arlene, yeah, man. Big up Arlene. Arlene, may I take your picture, no? A joke. When you're ready for call in and make a thumbnail on you. You know what I mean? Because me like I like the people when we're talking. If they want to be highlighted, that is. And then we call it. No, people, me have to unwind, me have to de-stress. Right now, I'm stress out. Me tell the truth, me really, yeah man, this no, we can't do this no more. We have to get out this government. We have to get out this government. I don't know how anybody else feel, but me personally, me tired of them. The lies, the deception. First of all, lying is enough for me. I hate liars. Alright? Because listen. Desmond Mckenzie come out and say what he said. And he's on tape saying other things to back up what he said. But he wants to be a victim. The Jamaica Labour Party is trying to make themselves a victim. Right? All you have to do is communicate properly and clearly. And people won't have any misconceptions. And I stand on what I stand on. Even if those are government lands, you're not supposed to take it from the people. If you give them the land, you give them the land and give them the house. And don't tell them say them can't build upon it. Tell them say them need to have the proper, we need to do the proper checks to see how best you can build on it. Because there's architecture and building this and you can't put a certain amount of this. Like Andrew Holness' wife, we are building apartment them and allegedly she built too much apartment. Yeah, there is rules and regulation surrounding those things. So I can understand you saying that them need to check in, but the fact that them can't build no land, them can't make no money from the house, them can't rent it, them can't this, all of these stipulations, they don't own it. Right? Them are just squatters until then dead. The Jamaican government is making people legal squatters. That's what they're doing. With all of these stipulations. The government lands should be for the people. Yeah, man, come more all in. Bolo. My queen, good to see you. Later, yeah, man. Me tired. My brain tired. My brain tired. Me I get upset. Later. The word is love here. Look up on yourself. I'm out.
Well, finally, I want to say to the people of Jamaica, we're at a tipping point. One of the things that Richard Pandoy, CEO of Shepherd, said to me today, that I can't understand why everybody's so silent and why the people are so silent and I take all of this problem. And that's why I say, we want the people of Jamaica to wise up and rise up and make the man them know. So we know that we are in a crisis and we're not tolerating those things anymore.